What's up, Dark? How you doing? You can hear me okay, yes? Just make sure. I don't know if this mic is on the fritz or something. I'm doing alright. I've just been streaming, ever so often. Not really putting up any regular videos, I guess one might say. It's kind of weird though to have a person who usually is associated with creepy and scary things playing a card game, but no, I felt like just streaming, just chilling out kind of deal. Not really trying to make it more about like bombastic crap. Just just regular stuff. Mostly seeing if anyone likes the regular personality rather than the whole dark and brooding thing I do whenever I change my voice and shit like that. Well, if I change my voice, I can't really fucking tell, honestly. Sorry if I get a little ranty, I guess, or rant. But just troll on with random crap, Whenever I'm just streaming, it's how I usually am whenever I'm just me rather than some type of script. Sorry if I sent you the same notification for the stream twice. I do that by accident because usually they give you like a section of I think 10 people or the first ones on your list, and then I go through my people I follow and stuff's list, So I might end up sending it by two by accident. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. No, it's just I got a message from Spookaria, who I did that too, and I felt kind of bad, I don't mean to do it. And she sent me a message, hey man, stop spamming me. It's good to have you though. How have you been? How's everyone doing? I guess that other person just dropped off. I appreciate whoever's still staying around. If only they, like, I don't know, I guess it's a lot better to at least have one person watching than no one. What's up, Sin? How have you been, man? I've been just streaming random games. It's been too long. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Just trying to get into this whole just streaming and chill kind of thing rather than the whole creepypasta shit I was doing before, because I just I don't know if it's just me getting burnt out on it, or I don't know. But I mean, I've been doing this mostly so I can talk to people and try to maybe get back into whatever it is I was doing before. You know, try to revive some type of life back into my channel since I was gone for like a fucking year, basically. Yeah, I know, I definitely know that much. I don't know, maybe it was burnout or something, whatever it was that got me, it hit me, and I just couldn't really will myself to get back into the swing of things like I wanted to. I mean, I had plenty of stuff recorded and had plenty of stuff, you know, ready to be like pumped out, but I just felt like, you know, there was no point at that time. And then I lost, and then like as if it was a sign, like, you know, give up on it. And the computer I was using like crapped out on me, so I was like, you know what, yeah, it's a good sign just to quit. And then I ended up luckily picking up a Alienware laptop from a pawn shop I was looking around in for like, I think like $100 or something. I was like, oh, why not? You know, got a crap load of gigs and seemed like it worked, and slowly started getting back into the swing of things, it seems. I just hope I don't burn out again. Yeah. To me, it was just, it felt like luck, I guess. I think it was just, you know, like for when I stopped, like it was a good time for me to stop. If you ever want to talk, man, I'm always there. Good message. Yeah, I know. I just don't want to. No, I feel like talking like this kind of helps a little bit better, at least. Unless it's like very, very personal, but it's not really more personal stuff. It's more of just me feeling, I don't know, just me burning out is what it felt like to me. But I'm getting back into it, and at least maybe not like the old way like I was before, but you know, getting back into it my own way, even if it's not the exact same. I mean, I have quite a few catalog games and stuff, a decent sized catalog of games, and I've been playing on my PS4, and this is like the, I guess you can say, most streamlined way to stream YouTube and stuff and put something into the analytics. In case I ever like want to try and revive my channel, even though I know that it's been like an eternity and I'm basically starting from zero all over again. And I know it's like really horrifically niche what I'm doing. Doesn't mean who's really gonna be wanting to search up for a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh game. It's not Master Duel or Duel Links, or, you know, one of those crappy ass fucking spam coasters and filled with microtransactions galore. It's always like this though. Bit empty. At least whenever it's just whenever it's not Gray or Zero or a few of my other friends. Maybe one day somehow. Maybe one day I might get lucky. Someone will be like, hey, you know what, this guy likes to talk and chill and just hang out with people and stuff. Maybe one day someone will be in there. It won't be as, as empty in the chat logs, but who knows? Maybe one day. Yep, looks like I finished it all the way. Now we just need, that one's done. Time to move on to the GX. Welcome to the channel, whoever just joined in chat. Small, minor hopes and dreams. That's all YouTube is. Whether it becomes anything larger is up to you. Friends always say it's perseverance. It makes sense. I mean, you have to really have a lot of grit. I met this one guy on Twitter the other day, or X. They were sending at YouTube about how they were frustrated because their channel didn't blow up, it seems. They gave them some tips because, well, my channel didn't blow up, but they're going about it the wrong way. They put it off like as if it was YouTube's fault itself that their channel wasn't blowing up, when they weren't doing any commentary at all on their end. They weren't doing anything to bring people to their attention to their channel for them to build a personality. Because the main thing is you have to have some type of personality unless you want to do some type of AI. But all it is just they're putting up gameplay with no no commentary, no voiceover, nothing. Just the gameplay on its own. The gameplay was good, but you can't build a fan base off just the gameplay, but nothing that talk, but no one else being tied into it. I hope if they actually watch this stream, they might understand it a little bit better, because the context is kind of lost when you're just sending it to them on a message rather than actually talking. It's just I get why they get frustrated. I understand completely. I mean, come on. I've been doing this. I was doing it for a good while, and I got double what they had. But it's just, before I finally got frustrated. But if they kept going and added more of a personality into their channel, it could help them a little bit. They may not be like, big, like giant, like fucking massively huge, but they might. Their gameplay looked good. They were playing, I think it was like Fortnite or other games like that, and they were pretty good at it, it seemed. And it's not to sound discouraging or anything in that way if it came off that way to them, but they should enjoy being smaller at first before they get big. As soon as you get big, you have to stick to a schedule. You can't just put off a few days, even if you have a regular job, which is what I have. A very strange job. A job basically runs by, my job is a side contract work, and I do anything from building houses and all that stuff to basically like doing small side work contracts, and it can tie from anything from plumbing to electrical to digging a trench, putting up a fence, painting, anything labor basically. And whenever the work comes in, it comes in. If I don't work that week, then I don't work that week. I'll probably have more time to stream, or I'll be able to do something else or other. And well, I also have 6 kids, and well, I have a very limited time to actually stream, because at night they're usually awake, and they don't go to sleep till like maybe 10 or 9, and I'm like, I really don't want to stream that late into the day, because my job might, call me up in the middle of a certain time. You know what I mean? So I don't want to take that chance. And then, but I might have to anyway, or at least for like an hour or so. So that's how I might just do it soon. And I enjoy talking to him about it, because I like the hobby. I like talking about it. I like discussing such things with people and letting them know, hey, you don't do it this way, you should try this way, because a wise man learns from one's mistakes, a wise man learns from the other. My biggest mistake was that I just dropped off, stopped doing anything, stopped posting, stopped doing, even on my Twitter. I was on Instagram because that's usually where I can call my friends and all that stuff, the few I have. I'm very tight-knit. I only keep a few friends nearby, and that's where I messed up, is I didn't keep contact really with anyone. Not even a friend of mine named Phoenix, and I feel my friend Phoenix, or even Synergy and Scully, and the ones who are mainly that was around a lot during YouTube, and the same thing for Silver, and Silver Underworld, Back to Ashes, Scully, Scully Pop, Idiotic Synergy. These were people I'd always, you know, at least be there for whenever I go to their videos, leave a comment, like, and all that stuff. At least try to help them in some way. And I just left it all behind and hardly talked to any of them. It made me feel bad looking back on it now. Like, I should have been a better friend. I mean, I was going through some really, I was going through some stuff in my head, and I had to get over it. I had to push myself out of it. And I understand if they don't, if they, you know, aren't gonna, they didn't want to support me in that way, because it's a screwed up kind of parasitic relationship that I formed, is how I see myself as. Like, I'm parasite because they blew up. They, you know, they got more, they kept going, and I just felt like I was nothing more than a moocher at that point. My friend Sin, he blew up massive, and my friend Phoenix blew up as well, and even Silver, man, you know, punched straight through the blockade, and the minor blockade, I call it the 300s, because what I noticed is that when you're first starting out, you can make it to 100, but then maybe 2 months at most, because in the first hundreds of subscribers, when you're first starting off, you can make it to 100 pretty easy within maybe a month or two, depending on what you're doing. Because we're doing a very niche topic, which is creepypastas, creepypasta readings, you know, narrations, things of that sort. And well, with how it goes, it's usually you can get up to 100 of them very easily through friends, things of that sort. Friends, especially if you're, you know, minor Twitter and all that stuff, you can get up to 100 pretty easily. I mean, especially when you go onto Twitter, Instagram, anything. If you just spam follow a bunch of people, you'll be able to get to it like maybe within a week. But in all honesty, like after that, it will slow down. You'll slowly start hitting smaller and smaller milestones. Which for me personally, my milestone I've been struggling with breaking out of, always been struggling with breaking out of, was the 150s, and that's where I'm currently at. I've seen others I've seen others break through pretty easily. Don't get me wrong. It's just, for me, it didn't span out that way. I've been stuck in this same area, mostly because I had gotten burnt out around this area horribly. I had fucked myself in a horrible way, thinking, you know what, I should try this because I'm curious. I was very curious about it, because during that time the AI stuff was blowing up, and I kept wondering, I wonder if I could try one of these cheap ass AI channels, because at that time I had spent already almost a year and a half. I had spent like a year and a half or so on my channel doing human voiceover, you know, a real person fucking talking. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try to do this AI thing. I want to see you put on these stupid voices, stupid little cheap backgrounds. It took me literally fucking 10 seconds to make these videos, 10 seconds to make these little YouTube shorts and stuff like that, with using the AI stuff. It was quick, it was fast, and as quick and as fast as I got, I was struggling to get to 300 at the time, and then within 2 months, what took me to get to 75 to 100 on my regular channel, with promoting, talking to people, you know, going out and everything else, I spammed out, I don't know how many videos with this stupid thing. It only took me like a few days to do all these videos, and when it comes to time investment, the channel ended up going up to 330. And then as soon as I saw that, then my friends started bouncing up. I started feeling like, God, dude, I can't fucking believe this shit. Like, God, really? Like, really? YouTube's pushing this stupid fucking AI shit while I'm getting left behind. God, it pissed me off. And I just couldn't deal with it. That I couldn't deal with that crap. It's something took me months that I enjoyed doing, that I loved, ended up just getting tossed aside because of YouTube wanting their never-ending pound of flesh. If you don't stop pumping out these crappy ass videos, you'd be in a shittier position. Don't get me wrong, if I mean, I should. I honestly, I should have kept up that stupid channel and my channel, but I just gave up on them both because it made me sick. It made me sick seeing that. Seeing that this channel that that channel that I lately did not really care about, did not really expect to blow up. It was more of a test, and I was curious, like, you know what? See how far I can go. Couldn't hurt. And seeing it blow up just fucking destroyed me. While my other channel that I actually liked, that I read hundreds of countless stories that I had posted up of them, realizing that, you know what, yeah, I love doing it, I loved it, it was great, but just seeing that passion being seeped out by something so cheap and inefficient. Well, so cheap and efficient, it just it broke me to a degree, and I regretted it ever since creating it, all because of a thought. But I mean, I'm pretty sure if I were to remake a channel and just do my voice and just spam out a bunch of those videos like I did, I could probably achieve the same thing, but I don't want my channel. I don't want a channel tied to me to be like that. Something cheap. Something that had no soul to it. No, I'm trying to use streaming to get mine back. To get that drive again. Hopefully it works. Hopefully I feel that spark to read old scary stories again like I used to. Maybe span out different stories, span out different stuff. You know, a few of the things I had done, you know, I had done a few little voiceover things that, at least in my opinion, went pretty well. Like a little video of me playing Fallout 3. And some of the darker aspects of it, like those darker clips of, you know, the messed up stuff you can do in Fallout 3. You know, being an asshole. I did those, I don't know if you saw them. If y'all did, I mean, they did decent compared to other stuff I do. I hope that something changes eventually for me. I get better at what I'm doing, even as streaming. I've been researching it, and that's why I'm rambling on, it seems. Well, I'll be calling this stream very soon, once this duel's over. What's up, Dark? How's it going? Winning there? Yeah, kinda. I kinda screwed up by attacking a little too early instead of doing this first. If not, I probably would be winning. It's good to have someone around at least. Glad to hear that, though. That was quick, I lost. Well, guys, I'm gonna call it a stream. All right. I appreciate everyone who's shown up, talked, and liked, and did all that good stuff. Good to have someone at least watch, talk at least. See you around, guys. Till next time.